Let's simplify this algebraic expression by substitution. Now, before I begin, I just want to mention this isn't the first video I've done on simplifying algebraic expressions. I have done some previous videos, which I'll link to. Please check those out before watching this one. It might make this video a little bit easier. But let's jump right in. In addition to just simply simplifying algebraic expressions, we might come across a problem like this one, in which we're actually going to substitute values for variables to either simply simplify or in this case show that one part of an expression is equal to another part of an expression. And some things to keep in mind here. My biggest tip for you is anytime you're substituting a value for a variable, always use a parenthesis when you're substituting. For example, here, if I know that a is 3, I'm going to rewrite the beginning of this problem like this: -2 parenthesis 3. And it's also helpful in the event you have to plug in a negative number, right? The parenthesis kind of creates this visual barrier between the other parts of the problem so your brain doesn't get confused. So we'll work on that when we plug in b over here, but let's continue over here. Actually, you know what? B comes a little bit sooner right here. So again, I'm just going to rewrite the problem with the new information plugged in. 4 plus, and I'm going to give it a little bracket because it's a parenthesis within a parenthesis. I know b is -2. Cool. Just like that. I think that looks so much cleaner than this. Right? And you might, when you're taking a test and quiz, you might be rushing. You never know, that plus sign might kind of scoot over there and you might just see it as 4 plus 2. Always, 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 when you're going through algebra, or really any math class, and you're substituting, always encase what you're substituting with a parenthesis. It's just helpful. And now let's write the other side. Okay, b is -2. I'm going to give it a parenthesis times the other parenthesis. I'm going to write as a bracket 5 minus 0. Now we're out of the bracket, -2. -2 times 3, right? I'm going to want to do that first before I distribute, because generally when we distribute, we want a single number here. So -2 times 3 is going to be -6. And now I could distribute this, but since I know everything inside the parenthesis, I might as well just simplify it, right? 4 plus -2, that's like saying 4 minus 2, which is just +2. Okay, and now -6 times 2 is -12. So if I'm showing that the left side of the expression equals the right side, I better get a -12 over here. And if I don't, that's a good indicator to go back and check my work. Again, we could distribute, right? Use the distributive property, but since there's no variables in here, I know all the numbers, I'm just going to run the math. That becomes -2 times 5, because 5 minus 0 is 5, minus 2. Order of operation says I have to do multiplication before addition or subtraction from left to right here. So -2 times 5 is -10. -10, bring down the 2, -2, and look at that. -12 does indeed equal -12. Awesome, so that's it. So that's a quick example to show you how we can easily simplify an algebraic expression when we have to plug numbers in. Again, whether your directions are simplify or solve or show, anytime you substitute in algebra, it's always a good idea to write the number you're substituting with and give it a little parenthesis around it. It helps visually, it helps you stay organized. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please rate a thumbs up and subscribe, and share with a friend who might also benefit from some of this knowledge. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.